Hi, my name is Annie. So, my family is really rich. Like, really rich. I go to the best school and literally have the best friends, or so I thought. At school, everyone admires me. Even my teachers treat me with more respect than all the other students, except Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole was our math teacher. He would give assignments and send anyone who failed the exercise or anyone who didn't do the assignment to detention. After class on Monday, Mr. Cole gave everyone yet another exercise. I normally do these exercises with Jess and Cassie. Jess and Cassie lived a few blocks away from me. They were more intelligent than I was, and I knew it. So I would often get gifts for them anytime my parents traveled. This wasn't a strategy to buy their friendship, honestly. I just like to appreciate people who are nice to me. I hung out with Jess and Cassie during lunch out that day and met up in the evening to finish the exercise and chill. "Hey Jess, the first exercise is really hard. Could you put me through?" I asked. "No," she snapped. "I'm busy doing mine. I'm tired of always putting my stuff on hold because the almighty Annie wants something done." This was pretty shocking. Like, what did I do? I politely asked for her assistance. What could possibly be wrong with that? Cassie was surprised as well. "That was rude, Jess," Cassie added. I wasn't familiar with people speaking to me like that. No one ever raised their voice at me, and I was not about to take any of that BS from Jess. I told Cassie goodnight and left. Who needs your help anyway? I murmured under my breath. I can get through Mr. Cole's detention for a day. I was so upset. I wanted to teach her a lesson. I sat on my bed fuming, and then I had a perfect idea. My birthday was coming up, and I wanted to have a grand party. I would have my party without inviting Jess. So the next day at school, I sat across from Jess. I got Cassie some pretty shoes for my closet. I wanted to make Jess feel bad for what she said. Just when I was about to give Jess the shoes, Mr. Cole walked into the classroom. I felt like someone just drenched me in cold water. I knew he was going to call all defaulters out. He started to call for assignments, and when it got to my turn, I lied that I got sick from food poisoning the night before. He looked like he believed me, but minutes later, he asked me to go to the study room. Detention. I walked in stealthily. It was my first time there. I quickly scanned the room, and there were about 10 people. I walked up to Rebecca's seat. She was sitting with a couple of her friends. "Hey guys, mind if I sit here?" I didn't do Mr. Cole's exercise. "Yeah, sure," the red hair replied. "You can sit anywhere you like. We all know who you are." I laughed. "What does that even mean?" Rebecca smirked and replied, "Your family is stupid rich and powerful. You can sit everywhere and anywhere you want. In fact, you can do anything you want in this school. And it would look much better if at least you don't act clueless about it." I was having a long day and wasn't in the mood to argue with Rebecca about something that absurd. I mean, I kind of understood where it was coming from. My family was rich indeed, and she must have been super jealous since hers aren't. Plus, my 16th birthday was coming up, and she was not invited, which must have made her even more jealous. The only thing on my mind at that moment was how shall I plan my birthday? I was so excited, and nothing was going to ruin my mood. The week ended really quick, and plans for my 16th birthday were on full speed. I was going to host the party at home in our magnificent mansion. The party was going to be the most talked about in the whole school. My 16th birthday bash at the residence of my famous family. I knew people called me rich, but now they would get to see what affluence was. I laid out my plans to 16 and rich. You better not miss. There was a boy I had a crush on, though. I think he liked me, too. I personally went to deliver my invitation to him. "Hey, Josh, you know you can't miss my party, right? This Saturday. I want you there." Josh stared at the invite and smirked. "What kind of an invite is this? 16 and rich? Really? You gotta be kidding me." I laughed over it. I mean, it was for jokes, and it wasn't even a lie. Saturday came really fast, and I got dressed before people started to arrive. The party was at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m., I called Cassie severally, but she didn't pick up. I started to get worried. An hour passed, and no one had shown up. I tried to give excuses for everyone, saying they stalled but would be here soon. At 5 p.m., my cousin showed up. He asked me where everyone was, and I burst into tears. No one is here. No one, I said while I sobbed. I took off my party dress and went to cry in bed. I couldn't believe no one came. I was mad at Jess and Cassie. I blamed them for everything. My dad came by to give me a birthday present, but he met me drenched in my tears. I narrated what happened, and he was extremely furious. "Who dares do this to you? I'll make them pay. I'll make your whole school pay for this. Don't they know who we are?" he blurted out in anger. My dad's reaction scared me, so I asked him, what does he mean by that? My dad sat beside me and said, "Cassie, you are a big girl now, and it's about time you know the truth about our family. While you must believe that all of our money and power comes from the business, it was only what we wanted you to believe. The truth is, my family has been one of the most powerful mafias in the area since you were young, and that might have been the reason why no one showed up to your birthday today." I laughed and said that's impossible. If such a thing were true, my friends would have said something about it. My dad frowned and said, "Don't you get it, Cassie? I'm telling you they are afraid of us. No one would even dare to talk to you about it." My dad's words put me in shock. I could not believe what he was saying. My family? A mafia? It can't be. How could I have been so blind to see the truth? And suddenly, everything started to make sense. It was the reason why everyone was extra nice to me, and I never faced any trouble. They didn't respect or like me. They feared me. And the truth was that I had no real friends at all. I was angry at my father and my whole family. They were the reason I was in this situation. I realized I was such a brat for thinking people were jealous of my awesome family, while at that moment, I was wishing I had a different one.